a loving wife, a perfect mom, a quiet life in suburban Kansas. One night, she sits alone, opens her laptop, and writes a single sentence. "If you're reading this, I'm dead. David did it." She sends it to her sister, then deletes every trace. The next morning, she's found on the kitchen floor, pills everywhere, no signs of struggle. But she knew, she predicted it, and she left the proof in the one place no one expected. I'm Mr. Gray, retired investigator. These are the stories that never left me. In the quiet suburb of Overland Park, Kansas, a sprawling Kansas City bedroom community about 15 miles south of downtown KCMO, where wide streets lined with maple trees and cul-de-sacs full of minivans embodied the heartland American dream, the evening of June 12, 2023 felt ordinary. Overland Park, ranked as one of the best places to live by U.S. News and World Report, was the kind of town where families shopped at Whole Foods or Hy-Vee for organic produce, kids played soccer in leagues at Switzer Park, and neighbors waved from driveways where walk-in golden retrievers. With top schools like Blue Valley North High, low crime rates patrolled by Johnson County Sheriff's deputies and Chevy Tahoes, and community events like the Overland Park Farmers Market on Saturdays with fresh kettle corn and artisan breads, it was the epitome of Midwestern stability. Friday night lights at high school football games, Sunday barbecues with KC Masterpiece sauce on ribs from Oklahoma Joe's, and holiday light displays that lit up the night like a Hallmark movie set. But on that muggy June evening, as thunder rumbled distant from storms rolling in from the plains, 38-year-old Emily, M. Lawson, sat at her kitchen table in a modest two-story home on West 127th Street. M was the all-American mom, shoulder-length brown hair, a warm smile that lit up PTA meetings at Harmony Middle School, and a job as a graphic designer for Hallmark Cards in nearby Kansas City, where she created sentimental greeting cards with messages like "thinking of you" or "happy birthday." Her husband, David, 40, worked as a sales rep for a medical supply company, traveling the Midwest in his Ford Explorer, closing deals over lunches at Gates Barbecue. Their kids, Sophie, 12, obsessed with TikTok dances and her iPhone from Verizon, and little Max, 8, a Lego builder who dreamed of being a Chiefs quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, completed the picture. M sipped chamomile tea from a mug bought at Target, her laptop open to a Word document. She typed slowly, her fingers trembling slightly. "If you're reading this, I'm dead. David did it. He thinks I don't know about the affair, the debts, the insurance policy, but I do. I've seen the signs, the late nights, the hidden phone, the way he looks at me like I'm in the way. If something happens, tell the police. Protect the kids. I love you all." She saved the file as goodbye.doch, encrypted it with a password, Chiefs 2020, the year they won the Super Bowl, and emailed it to her sister in St. Louis with the subject, "Just in case." Then she deleted the sent email, cleared her browser history of searches like "signs of marital infidelity" and "insurance fraud Kansas," and went to bed. David came home late that night, smelling of bourbon from happy hour at Johnny's Tavern. He kissed her forehead. "Good day?" M smiled. The usual. She didn't know it would be her last. The call came at 7:45 a.m. on June 13th. Overland Park Police Department dispatch. 911, what's your emergency? David's voice, panicked. "My wife, she's not breathing. I think she's dead. Send help." Officers from OPPD arrived in under 4 minutes, standard response time in Johnson County, where the department prides itself on community policing with bike patrols in parks and coffee with a cop events at Starbucks on Metcalf Avenue. The first on scene was Officer Maria Gonzalez, 32, a local with family in the area. Her partner, Officer Tom Riley, 45, a veteran from KCPD who transferred for the quieter life. The house was pristine, colonial style with brick front, a 3-car garage full of bikes and a lawnmower from Home Depot, and an American flag flying from the porch. Inside, M lay on the kitchen floor, face down in a pool of vomit, a bottle of prescription pills, Ambien from Walgreens scattered nearby. David knelt beside her, sobbing, the kids upstairs still asleep. Gonzalez checked for pulse. None. "She's cold," she radioed. "Call the coroner." Riley secured the scene, taping off the kitchen with yellow crime tape from the trunk. "What happened, sir?" David, in boxers and a Chiefs t-shirt, ran hands through his hair. "She had insomnia, took pills sometimes. I woke up, she wasn't in bed. Found her like this. Oh God, the kids." Paramedics from Johnson County MedAct arrived, confirming death. Johnson County coroner, Dr. Elena Ramirez, 50, a forensic pathologist from the office in Olathe, examined on site. "Looks like overdose. Pills match prescription in her name. Will autopsy." David called M's sister, Rachel, in St. Louis. "She's gone. Pills. I can't believe it." Rachel, 35, a teacher at a public school, froze. She remembered the email. "David, what happened exactly?" But she didn't mention the file. Not yet. Overland Park's low crime rate, half the national average, with most calls for traffic stops on I-435 or domestics in apartments off Shawnee Mission Parkway, meant suspicious deaths got attention. Detective Lisa Vargas, 42, from the Major Crimes Unit, took lead. Vargas, with roots in Kansas City's West Side Latino community, had 15 years on KCPD before transferring, known for her gut instinct on accidents that weren't. Autopsy at the coroner's office in Olathe, a modern facility with labs equipped for toxicology from Quest Diagnostics, showed cause of death asphyxiation from vomit, but pill levels sky high, 3 times therapeutic dose. Forced ingestion, Vargas mused. Rachel arrived that afternoon, driving her Subaru Outback on I-70, stopping at a Quick Trip for gas and Red Bull. At the house, kids distraught. Sophie crying on her bed with her iPhone playing Taylor Swift's Anti-Hero. Max building Legos silently. David hugged Rachel. She was depressed, insomnia bad. I should have seen. Rachel pulled Vargas aside at the station, a brick building off Antioch Road with American flags and a lobby with wanted posters for meth dealers. "Look at this." She opened the email on her laptop. Password unlocked the file. Vargas read, eyes widening. She predicted it. When did she send this? Last night, 10:32 p.m. Vargas called in the Johnson County DA's office. This changes everything. Vargas dug into David. Background: clean record, but finances shaky. $80,000 debt on credit cards from Capital One and Chase. Gambling losses on DraftKings app, legal in Kansas. Affair with coworker traced via phone records from Verizon. Insurance, $1.5 million policy on M through State Farm. Double indemnity for accident, but suicide voids it. Staged as accident? Vargas said to her partner, Detective Mike Riley, no relation to the officer, a grizzled vet with 25 years. Search warrant on house. Hidden phone in garage with texts to mistress. Soon free. Policy pays. Autopsy re-exam, bruising on arms, restraint marks. Pills in stomach undissolved, forced down. Kids interviewed at Child Advocacy Center in Olathe, a kid-friendly facility with toys and therapists. Sophie, Dad yelled at Mom a lot, money. Max, he said Mommy was sick. David arrested at work, cuffed in front of colleagues at the medical supply office in Lenexa. Johnson County District Court, Olathe, 2024. DA prosecuted murder 1. Evidence: email, finances, affair, autopsy. Defense: suicide, email cry for help. Rachel testified she feared him. Guilty, life. Kids with Rachel. Overland Park whispered, premonitions real? Thanks for listening. If you want more cases from my old files, like the video and subscribe. There's plenty left in the casebook.